These are the top 5 crybabies in NBA history. At number 5, we have LeBron James. Every little contact turns into a full court complaint session. Please stop acting shocked every time a foul isn't called. Basketball is still a contact sport. At number 4, we have the unofficial assistant referee, LeBron James. This man debates every whistle like he's presenting evidence in court. Hands up, face confused, long conversations with refs after every play. At number 3, we have the king of reactions, LeBron James. Missed call, arms in the air, teammate mistake, instant stare down, opponent scores, immediate protest to the nearest official. At number 2, we have the master of sideline speeches, LeBron James. Timeouts turn into emotional meetings, dramatic expressions, and slow walks back on defense while still arguing the last play. But at number 1, the biggest crybaby in NBA history is definitely LeBron James.
On the crowd,
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Okay, Ring Culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games, we just spit game about the game we love. Before we get into this video, though, go over to my reaction page, the Nuclear Reaction, and check out my sports reactions. Y'all will love it over there. I got 4 sports reaction playlists, some dope stuff, check it out. But back over here, Ring Culture, make sure y'all like and comment down below. That's how y'all push me into the algorithm. And then I'll go get them. When my content hit them and fit them and sit with them. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so y'all can be notified for every time I upload, share my videos, and hype my channel. So, for like the past 2 weeks, I've been watching the mainstream sports media start to circle their wagons around who they're going to blame for the Lakers' inevitable loss this year in the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, I think they will. And obviously, again this year is going to be anybody but LeBron. It's going to be Luka again, number 1. Then Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. It's never going to be LeBron though. My problem with the mainstream sports media is they are crucifying Luka, and he does complain a lot, and he's a terrible defender, but for the same things that they won't say anything about LeBron doing. And LeBron's been doing this for years now. The same thing that Luka's doing. It's funny how they're so readily ready to crucify Luka, but not LeBron. LeBron does the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, LeBron's leading the league in turnovers too. You know what's so funny about the Lakers and all the complaining that they do as a team? I think Luka is number 1 in free throw per game, and isn't like Austin Reeves number 2? I gotta look it up. I didn't look it up, but I know Luka's number 1. And I think the Lakers are like 3rd in free throw differential this year. They're like a plus 1254. Like, it's insane. So why do you complain for calls a lot when you already are blowing the doors off of the teams you're playing with the free throws that you're getting already? Imagine if they didn't get so many free throws on a lot of the foul baiting that Luka and LeBron does, and Austin Reeves. But like I told y'all, the Lakers team, they all bitch for free throws because they've seen it coming from the top. They watch LeBron do it, and then Luka does it. Between Luka and LeBron, they bitch so much for free throws, and we've watched LeBron several times not get back because he's crying for a free throw when he didn't even get touched most of the time. That rubs off on the rest of your team. It's crazy that LeBron's been in the league for 23 seasons and he can't put his finger on why he gets his ass whooped so much. Why he needs super teams and still gets his ass whooped so much. I mean, LeBron, your terrible body language, your terrible defensive IQ, your laziness on defense, you're not getting back sometimes, and sometimes when you're back, your terrible on-ball defense and help defense. You don't think that has anything to do with it? Complaining to the referees when you should be playing basketball? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, Luka bitches too much to the referees too. I don't think that Luka's style of basketball will win a championship. I don't think ball-dominant players, I think it's harder for them to win championships, especially if they don't have like a stacked super team. We saw it with James Harden. Do y'all remember, Luke, as a matter of fact, this is going to tie into something that I want to show y'all. Luka Doncic reminds me of James Harden in his prime. Does anybody else see that similarity? He plays like James Harden when he was in his prime as well. Even though I think James Harden was more athletic than Luka when he was in his prime, but he kind of plays. Luka plays like Harden did when he was in his prime. Just a nuclear offensive weapon. Terrible defender. I mean, he reminds me so much of James Harden. It is insane. But I never forget Kobe Bryant and Tracy McGrady making the point of saying that the style of play that James Harden plays will never win a championship because it's so easy to guard.
James Harden, of course, crazy streak this season. What do you think of what he's doing right now?
Well, I think I'm not a fan of in terms of winning championships. I don't think that style is ever going to win championships. But at the same time, you have to keep your team's head above water to win games. So you have to do what you have to do to win games, and he's doing that, right? Now, I think...
So are you saying you don't think James Harden and the Rockets, as constructed, can win a title?
Not with this style of play, it won't win, right? With one player dominating the ball. Now when you have Chris Paul come back and you have more movement to the offense, where you move guys around, where you're harder to find.
And Chris Paul's back, but you mean more in the...
Yeah, because listen, if you take one player, you put him at the top of the key, or you put him on the wing, and you're running screen rolls, you're always in front of the defense. Mm-hmm. The defense can key on that, particularly in the playoffs. And that's easy to defend. Yeah. It's easy to defend. Now, what he's doing is absolutely remarkable, though. And I think it's a testament to how remarkable it is because people are now trying to minimize what it is that he's doing. I mean, he's doing some phenomenal stuff.
And I feel like the same thing with Luka. Now, I also don't think LeBron is... I think LeBron is okay off the ball. I don't think he's really that good off the ball because LeBron is a ball-dominant player as well. That's why for so many years, they will call... Whenever LeBron plays something, they will call LeBron system, where LeBron pounds the air out of the ball at the top of the key. His teammates will run around. He'll see an assist with the shot clock running down. He'll pass it, and now his teammate has no choice but to shoot it. If you look at a lot of LeBron assists back then, it was really his teammates running around and LeBron throwing them the ball, and then they would shoot the ball, and that's how he would get a lot of his assists. He would get a lot of his rebounds by slats, sagging off on defense. This is when he was rebound hunting, sagging off on defense to get the rebound. He gets a lot of cherry-pick points from leaking out. So it depends on what LeBron feels like he needs. If he needs points, he'll leak out. He'll neglect defense and leak out. If he needs rebounds, he'll neglect defense to get rebounds. That's just the way LeBron plays. If you just watch him play, it's readily apparent to you when you watch him. And those two things are huge factors in the reason why LeBron gets his doors blown off a lot. Because contrary to mainstream sports media and LeBron ball boys, LeBron is not a winner. He has 4 championships, but he's actually not a winner. He built super teams to run through a historically weak East, got to the finals, and he happened to win some of them. But he's not really a winner. He just stacked the deck. Do y'all remember when Charles Barkley said about LeBron, do you want all the players? You don't want to compete at all? And Shaq got mad at Charles Barkley, and they got into an argument like they always do.
Same kind of question I asked KG. LeBron James' comments were blank.
Inappropriate, whiny, all the above. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. They bought in Kyle Korver. He's the best player in the world. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete? He is an amazing player. But this notion, they're the defending champs. And for him to be trying to hold anything over Dan Gilbert's head, and I love all these wild punk-ass reporters on television who's afraid to call out LeBron. LeBron's a great player and a great guy. But this notion that he's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He want everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time. It just pisses me off that a guy that great don't want to compete.
His comments were what, Kenny?
Inappropriate. And
you stole his answer.
yeah, it was inappropriate. And
you cheated off my test. That's why he's successful today.
But I'll tell you what. Everyone has his perspective. This is our perspective. But we can't understand your perspective when you are the best player in the world. We can't understand your perspective when you have 2 All-Stars. We just can't understand it. So it's like the guy who says, well, you know, I got a Lamborghini, I got a Bentley and a Ferrari, but I need an everyday car, man, to get. We can't understand that perspective, man. I'm sorry. You have 3 of the best cars in the world. So, and you need an everyday Chevy to get you around, a U-Haul things around. We can't have sympathy for you. You could have that perspective, but we can give you no sympathy when you are LeBron James, the best player in the world, with all of those tools, top-heavy tools. We cannot have any sympathy. That's my understanding of it.
Shaq.
His comments were inappropriate, but Chuck, don't ever say LeBron doesn't want to compete. Does he need all the good players on this team to win? Yes. You know, it's inappropriate because I think in a professional manner he could have went upstairs. You know, they have great history, they have some bad history, but you know the history was rekindled. He should have went upstairs.
But you don't think there's something wrong with even wanting more?
No, let me
like
finish.
from where you are
not.
now. You don't think that there is something fundamentally
wrong. Something fundamentally
like with
wrong.
saying that he wants more.
You played for a team that had Big Four. You forgot about that?
Big Four.
You, Akeem, Scotty.
First of all,
it doesn't matter.
That wasn't even close.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not even close.
It doesn't matter.
We were all old men way past our prime.
It doesn't matter.
This guy just won the championship. He got a young Kyrie Irving and a terrific Kevin Love. And
but it takes more than that to win the championship.
They just won the championship. What do you mean it takes more?
Okay.
They just won the championship.
First of all, you know nothing about going back to back. I do, and Kenny do. You listen. Teams are coming at his head. They need more. They need a big shot Bob. They need a guy like Kenny Smith. They need a playmaker like LeBron said. It's only inappropriate because he went to the media. He should have went to Dan Gilbert and said, hey, I need help, boom, boom, boom. And they should have had a private conversation. But don't ever say LeBron don't want to compete.
Hey, listen, he says he needs help. Listen, he's the best player in the world. He's got plenty of help. Why don't he
he's looking at, don't you think, looking at Golden State and saying, boy, they added Kevin Durant.
But that's none of his business, Ernie.
I know, but don't you think...
You want to be the GM for every team in the league now?
I'm just saying, don't you think that provides his view of where Cleveland is and their chances of repeating...
Cleveland's done everything. Ernie, they got the highest payroll in the league. They don't have any tradable parts.
I'm just trying to say why LeBron might be looking at that as saying, he says, we're not as good, and they're better than they were.
He doesn't have that right, because what Kevin Durant did was not ordinary. That was extraordinary. That doesn't happen in our lifetime. That's the first time that's happened in basketball lifetime, where a guy who was on a team that was up 3-1 and was about to go to the NBA Finals goes to the team that beats them. That doesn't happen. So you cannot compare what Golden State has to what the world has. LeBron James, regardless, is the best player in the world, the most difficult player to guard at this stage of his career.
But he has a
we
right
cannot have any sympathy for you.
And Aaron,
we can't understand your perspective.
Let me say one thing.
That's
too.
all.
Looking for your
We're not saying that right or wrong.
Let me tell you something, Ernie.
But when you announce it to the media, you are looking for...
First of all, we don't even know what's going to happen in the finals. But if LeBron James is able to beat the Golden State Warriors or the San Antonio Spurs, his legacy is going to grow through the roof. But this notion, listen, the Cleveland Cavaliers have the highest payroll in the NBA.
I'm granting you that. I understand that.
But Ernie, Ernie, this ain't like a 7-Eleven. You can just go in and buy anything. They're trying to make trades. They got lucky getting Kyle Korver. Like, Kyle Korver's a good player. They gave up Mike Dunleavy, who wasn't even playing. But they say, like, you can just say, hey, let me go get this player here, there. They got the highest payroll in the league. They paying $40, $50 million in luxury.
If they were under the cap, he might have a point. But when you're the highest paid team in the NBA.
By far.
You don't have a leg to stand on when you make that comment. Now, you could say, we need to make our young guys who are here, we need to get them ready quicker and figure out a way, because you have no movable income and movable parts because you are the highest paid team. You did everything that you could do. You spent the most.
And that's why I said he should have had that conversation with Dan Gilbert instead of going to the media.
Okay.
And that's the only problem we have with it, Shaq.
No, you're saying he don't want to compete. Do he want to have the best player? Yeah, he want to have the best player.
We all want the best players. But he's the defending NBA champion.
And
they act like they don't
players.
have a chance. They
And
have a
need
chance.
be-
He's
and
the
they need
best
better
player in the
players.
world.
That's okay, and they need better players.
Let's switch.
Charles Barkley is right. LeBron James would get into the media and just complain that they need more players, but the front office of wherever LeBron was at, they would try to give him every player that they could give him. Now, his first stint with Cleveland, he had a good team, good enough to get to the finals, but when he left Cleveland, he never lacked for having help. And I'm not even just talking about the two superstars at a time he would play with. The role players he played with were insane too. So this Lakers team, I don't see them winning the championship. I don't see LeBron James winning another championship. I don't think Luka's style of play is going to win the championship, but I do believe Luka is playing better than LeBron. So let me just get that out of the way. I think Luka Doncic is playing better than LeBron, and the media crucifying Luka, but won't for the things LeBron does also, but won't mention LeBron. To me, it's crazy, and it's got to bring a level of toxicity into that locker room, because I'm sure Luka Doncic knows what is being said about him, because for the last 2 weeks, they've been going in on Luka like he is the scapegoat for the fake goat. He is. And he's going to be the scapegoat. Whenever someone plays with LeBron, they will be the scapegoat. Even delusional Kevin Durant said he couldn't play with LeBron because the circus that come along with it, all the toxic stuff. Yeah. LeBron ball boys don't actually care about LeBron winning, but if he doesn't win, his ball boys and his ball boys in the media, they're going to blame LeBron's teammates. I was watching a video earlier. Let me get the name of this guy's page right. I'm pretty sure y'all watch him already, because I know I'm sure a lot of my subs watch a lot of the same shows I watch. What's the name of this? Okay, Blacktop Buckets did a video called "The Lakers Complain More Than They Play Basketball." Y'all need to go check that out, because he breaks down so many of the plays that is indicative of what the Lakers do on a nightly basis. And remember, like I said, they complain for free throws when they are absolutely destroying other teams in free throw differential. Like, how do you complain for calls when you get most of the calls already? And we already know that LeBron complained for fouls when he's not even getting fouled. Bruh, you already getting a lot of foul calls. You want the ones when you don't get fouled too? You want all those? It's insane. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think Luka is the scapegoat for LeBron? I believe he is. And I also do believe, I don't think the media, what they're saying about Luka is wrong. I think Luka Doncic, he does complain too much. But you know something else too? That's a sign of really, really terrible leadership. When your leaders, your two leaders, both of them, don't play defense and they complain to the referees all the time, that trickles down on the rest of the team. And you got a coach who can't tell LeBron what to do because he's part of Clutch Sports and LeBron got him the job he got. So you got a coach who's just a figurehead. The coach is a puppet. And LeBron James is pretty much, running everything on the team. LeBron's mad because he's not getting as much attention as he usually gets. So he's bitching and moaning on the court. Luka's bitching and moaning on the court. The only difference is Luka is playing a better all-around brand of basketball than LeBron. Neither one plays good defense at all. And they both need to be hustling more on defense. And I'm tired of hearing about LeBron's age. He's getting paid $53 million. He should be hustling on defense. He should be hustling on defense. He just should. But LeBron's been doing this shit since like 2014, 2015. But again, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Luka is going to be the scapegoat? I think he will be. I think it's going to be Reeves, Hachimura. But right now, the sports media is circling their wagons around Luka. And how far do y'all think the Lakers are going this season? I think they're going to make the playoffs. If they do make the playoffs, I think they're going in the first round. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. And always remember, we are ring culture because the whole point of the culture is to win rings for the culture. I love y'all. Peace.